Hey everyone, this is Alp Actimus here, Managing Director of Architecture and Platforms here at FP Automation. Welcome back to our series on government contract planning, where we are working within Microsoft Fabric powered by Acterys in order to be able to do unified reporting as well as planning. Before I get into the contents of this video, which will be covering cost plus revenue planning, I want to quickly recap on our previous video where we covered pool rate calculations. In our previous video, we reran a job in order to be able to calculate what our fringe, overhead, and G&A rates should be, and our fully burdened rate, which is the combination of the three, telling us for every dollar of labor we charge, how much we need to charge on top of that for fringe, overhead, and G&A, and then for every dollar of non-labor that we charge that is directly related to the project, how much we need to charge in G&A in order to be able to break even. In this video, we're going to be talking about projects and how we go ahead and plan cost plus revenue if this is a contract type that happens to be cost plus or CPFF. What you can see right here is we are currently looking at project number 1 with a start date of 2024 to 2026, and we can also see a model showcasing what our fully burdened rate with profit should be for each given month of this project here. What we have the ability to do leveraging Acterys for planning is to assume a cost plus percentage for this project. And what that essentially means is for the entire expenses that we are charging for this project, since this is a project that falls within the cost plus category that we're planning for, we can charge a rate on top of that that falls within government contracting lines. The way this rate works is we plug in the percentage, and then what we do is we take 1 plus the percentage and multiply it by the fully burdened rate in order to calculate the fully burdened rate with profit. And that essentially means what we are going to be charging on top of our expenses in order to be able to charge revenue per month. That then results in a gross profit percentage that we can then see across the project within our Acterys reporting visual, which is a nice visual view in a P&L format for this particular project here. So let's do a quick example right here. Let's say that we are planning this particular project and we are assuming a cost plus percentage of 10%. We can go ahead and utilize the R function of Acterys in order to be able to model 10% across all months for this project. By hitting the save functionality, we not only have the ability to see the results of our project directly on the model, but we also see how this affects the fully burdened rate with profit on top of the entire contract revenue across this project. So in this case, our fully burdened rate for the month of January is $2.27. So again, for every dollar of labor we charge, we need to charge $2.27 on top of that in order to be able to break even on direct labor. And then for every dollar of non-labor we charge, we need to charge $1.11 on top of that in order to break even with G&A. When we factor in the cost plus percentage for those, we then come to a revenue assumption here. And we can immediately see what that model looks like across our project. We can also see how that translates to revenue and what the total revenue is that we should be charging for this project. So in this case right here, we see that we will have a profit projection from a gross profit standpoint of $362,000, as well as a gross profit percentage of 9% using this modeling on here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this particular session. Again, this becomes very important when you understand your rates, because you immediately understand where exactly you can charge for certain projects and what your revenue projections will look like across all projects that fall into the cost plus category. Thank you, and this is Alp signing out.